Hi, my name is Jan Ragnerud. I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Optimizing Your Website with Entrepreneur Press and McGraw-Hill, out in the bookstores now. I am excited that you're here. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, isn't that just wonderful? This is Jan Ragnerud coming at you here. I am the founder and creative director at chaosmap.com. And hey, thank you for coming in today. It's Friday footage, man. This is demo time. And if you're coming in live on Facebook, then you see the good old website here. If you want to get more information from me and us, chaosmap.com. That's the agency in Los Angeles. And happy to jump on there for 15 minutes or so to help you and get you some guidance and help you out of the hole. All right. Well, with that wonderful little pitch out of the way, let's take a look. What is that is shaking going on the screen right here? Well, it is a rep or an actor for Wistia.com. We're going to talk about why Wistia rules the webinar tracking game. It's kind of a specific title right there, and that's on purpose because we use it for our webinars, and it's a fantastic way to obviously present your webinars, but more importantly, as you'll see here today, how to track it. And it goes beyond just tracking it in terms of an impression. Hey, we got a click. Hey, we got a webinar rolling here, or a video sales letter, which this technically is here. But that is a good thing so that we can actually track it beyond just simply an impression. And so I'll share that in a second, but let's take a look. Wistia.com is up on the screen right here. And Wistia is unique. It's different than YouTube. It's also something that creates a high level of integration across multiple third-party tools. And it's supported by some big companies out here, MailChimp, Moz, Zendesk, Unbounce, Casper. And when I say supported, as in clients who use this, Wistia is proud to help over 500,000 businesses grow with video. I think what we like the best is we use webinars and VSLs a lot, the tracking, as I mentioned, but it also looks so darn sexy, right? They did a great job there. And by the way, if you're considering using videos, and yeah, maybe not Wistia, although this is sort of Wistia-centric, highly recommended. Hey, there's some great resources here that they have to grow your video skills here, to create new videos, how to make professional videos. They have a library full of trainings to get you set up. They're kind of fun, very, very spirited, and very educational, as I mentioned. To get going, let's see if they still have it up here. They used to have a library, video library, but you can find it out here. I am certain of it. Soapbox is another tool that they have, which is a lower end kind of directly in your browser type of interface. And as you can see here under Wistia for Marketing, custom player, embedding, channels, video SEO, lead generation, marketing automation, analytics, A/B testing. I mean, they have done a great job. They have it really all here. If there's anything that I would like to add in terms of feature set, I will let you know. But this is serving us very, very well right now. So without further ado, let's dig in. What I'm doing now is I'm flipping over to actually look inside one of our events, webinars for the event. We basically get about $5, a little under, depends on the time span that we're looking at, from Facebook ads into our lead funnel here. And it's essentially promoted as a webinar, but it's a video sales letter. So this runs 24/7 ongoing. And so basically what we have here is we're actually changing the webinar because of the fact that we can track all this activity and see the behavior and really where they drop off. We see that we have some really good entry points into this webinar here, but they're dropping off and they're skipping around here. You can see their drop-offs here. And now drop-offs alone doesn't warrant enough, that's not enough for you to say, oh, I got to change my webinar now. You got to tie it back to your revenue numbers, right? So how much are you spending? How much are you getting back? We're spending, as I said, or we get, our cost per acquisition is $5, give or take, right? And for each appointment booked, it's about $80, a little over, a little under, varies, right? But it's not good enough for us. Plus, really the truth is we're getting a lot of folks who are really interested in what we're sharing here, but they're also not necessarily the highest priority buyers. So we want to do more filtering inside this webinar, this presentation, to filter out the tire kickers, which you can totally do. Now you can do that at the front end through the ads. You can do it throughout the funnel here. And certainly because the webinar is central to this, we want to do it here in the webinar, because this is really the key to positioning the brand, positioning the services, and everything else we got going on over here. So let's take a look. One of the cool things is we have a webcast here selling out events with live ads. By the way, because we're mentioning this, if you'd like to learn more about this, we do have a workshop at selloutmyevent.com, selloutmyevent.com, where you will learn how to do this with live ads. Now, I wasn't necessarily going to try and pitch this for you here, but I guess I just did. I wanted to show you the inside at Wistia here for what's called the video player tracking, right? So I can see 580 total plays, play rate, etc. I can click on details here. I can see that out of 735 people in this period who loaded this video on their webpage, 500 people watched it, right? So that's a 68% play rate, 500 divided by 735. Now, here's the thing. We want to look at these stats, right? I mean, play rate is one thing. Average engagement, 42. This is what I'm talking about. 103.5 hours watched divided by total plays times video length is 42%. This we don't like. This is too low, right? But we also know it's low because we want to attract more of the perfect visitor here. So what I can do now is we see that one came in here at 10:30 this morning from New York, and he or she dropped off right about at 32%. So that's it's a 25-minute webinar. So that's what is that? That's it's right at the top there. 7 minutes they bailed, right? So that screen right where it talks about the path is all math, they're not liking that too much. Well, what's another one here? Okay, this one got to 17 minutes. The path is all math. Okay, dropped off there. There's a bunch of 100% plays here. The yellow here indicates that somebody is rewatching it because they found it interesting. Here's another one that dropped off at 3 minutes. This is me talking about myself. Not too interesting, apparently. And that's the same thing for this one here, 11:38 p.m. The day before, or 2 days ago. And let's see if there's a pattern here. Well, let's actually load up a few more here. We can see that, there's another pattern. This is talking about, it's talking about the perfect customer right here. And then it gets into my spiel. So they're dropping off. Bottom line here, though, is I'm not trying to analyze this in front of your face, your beautiful face. It's just me saying, hey, if you want to track this, I mean, look at the capabilities here. I can literally buy volume, or I can drill down into each one here. I'm not going to do that right now, but I can basically find out, where did they come in from, at what time, date and time, right? I can track all of this inside my dashboards from Facebook and analytics as well. But now I know exactly where folks are dropping off. You see the trend line here. Obviously, this is natural. You're going to have a higher engagement here at the onset. This is kind of the long tail, if you will, of webinar tracking. And over here, we see that the full span over the 25 minutes, we had 126 viewers out of 500 something at the top that watched all the way. Now, also keep in mind at the end here, there's going to be a call to action that pops up. Well, is that very well developed? Meaning, is that actually working? What would be the expected throughput from somebody coming in at the back end here? And each market is different. But we'd like to see that also move up higher. And that deals with setting the stage coming in throughout the path here, meaning the entire presentation. We're also going to be extending this to be a little bit longer than 25 minutes. So we're going to probably end up at somewhere around 40 minutes. And we think this is also going to help simply because we're trying to really educate here. We're not trying to pitch. Of course, the positioning for the call, which is a free strategy call, comes at the end. And we talk about that. But really, ultimately, this is about trying to help the person on the other end. And actually, we had a couple of calls today that wasn't a good fit for our services, but we really enjoyed the call because we were trying to help them. We come from a high integrity place. and that is folks out there are really struggling with this, who really have nowhere to turn other than YouTube videos and a lot of spammy groups and whatnot. And when I say spammy, I'm not trying to undermine groups. I mean, the truth is it's hard to discern what's good, what's not, right? So we try to be at the forefront of that and be leaders, not only in this space of events, but also education and promotion of what we do on this end. In fact, to that end, we are going to be having a live event in Los Angeles, in Manhattan Beach, El Segundo, on July 23rd. So if you have a question about that, you can certainly just go and send an email to support@chaosmap.com, and we'll be happy to hook you up. It's a free event for Facebook. And those are the things that we like to do to elevate, obviously, our own brand, but to elevate the knowledge in your world so that you make the right choices. And here we are making choices about this webinar using Wistia and this detailed tracking. I mean, how cool is this, guys and gals? We can just dig right in, find out what's working, what's not working, fix it up, rip out a few slides, add a few more, redo the entire thing. A part of the webinar presentation is not going to be just about the information. It's going to be an emotional consideration as well, meaning the presenter, she or he, how excited are they? You know, are they talking monotone and flat, and it just feels like a boring corporate presentation? Or are they really digging in, and are they creating highs and lows? Kind of following the typical movie arc, of suspense and excitement builder, and then kind of the top level arc at sort of the ultimate of results and sharing information that will help them. And then it never really dies at the end. I mean, there's crescendos, there's, build-ups, there's some lulls. There's maybe times when you go a little bit softer on the voice, right? Creates a little bit of dynamic engagement. And that's exactly what we want when somebody presents webinars and really anything. I mean, can you imagine somebody talking the same way from stage and nothing else than this? This sounds like a robot. Hey, to hell with that, right? Pardon my English, but that's how it goes. So anyway, just wanted to show you this in Friday footage here today. Very, very exciting. You should check out Wistia. There's a free trial. In fact, some of this stuff that we're doing right here is running on, I think it's a complimentary program that we signed up years ago. So I forget how that all works, but you get my drift here. Wistia is great for tracking webinar, workflow. And many solutions out there don't do this, right? Now, there's ways you can get to it in terms of where did they start and where did they end up, but not this level of granularity. And that's what I'm talking about. So go out to wistia.com, get yourself an account and get started. And if for nothing else, check out their wonderful implementations of the player, the embeddable player. It just looks so much better than some of the other options out there. And again, not slamming on YouTube, which is, of course, huge and so forth. But this is another option for you. That's the thing I'm trying to get to, as well as how important the tracking is. So, hey, hope you enjoy Friday footage here. I'm going to go ahead and upload this with the team. And hey, please share, please like, comment, etc., as you will. And man, for you guys who are on the iTunes and Google Play, etc., thank you for subscribing. Thank you for voting and sharing and reviewing. I just totally, I'm embarrassed, as in impressed. I'm humbled, I guess is a better term to use. So keep that coming. And hey, have a great weekend, guys. Happy Friday. And we'll talk to you soon. All right. Hi, my name is Jan Ragnrud. I'm the author of The Ultimate Guide to Optimizing Your Website with Entrepreneur Press and McGraw-Hill, out in the bookstores now. I am excited that you're here.